Good afternoon. Today we're going to take a look at one of the newest features for Feature Pack FP2502 for SAP Business One's web client. And this has to do with creating views, but now you can create them at the row level, which is a really powerful feature. So let me first show you what a row level view is, and then we'll create one from scratch. So to begin, let's go into My Sales. And we're going to jump into some sales orders. We're going to grab this order from Ford. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Contents tab, which is the line items. We're going to select our item. Now over here, you'll see there's a new drop down called Views. So this gives me the ability to go out and now I can interrogate my system and I can bring up all kinds of details. In this case here, inventory details. Now you can see what it did is it passed that item into this report, all items with quantity details. And now I'm able to see for each one of my warehouses exactly how many I have in stock, committed, ordered, and of course, what's my default sales unit of measure. That's important too, because in one warehouse, I might sell this as a pack, and in another warehouse, I might sell it as a case. So that's an example of a line item view. Now, what we want to do is show you how to set that up. Now, this time, we're going to set it up for our quotes. And let's drill down into a quote. And let's go ahead and we'll use that same view, but we won't set it up yet. I want to show you how to create the actual view of what you'd like to see first. But here's our quote. It's got a couple of line items on it. And if we click Views here, you'll see there are no views set up. And so we're going to define a new view. We're going to create a view. So when we're at a sales order quotation row or line item, we'll be able to have a drop-down list of reports we want to run. Now, the view also gives us the ability to pass data from our data entry screen, from that sales quote, into whatever report we want. And you can see here, there are no views set up for this. Now, before we actually start defining what it is we want to see, well, let's get to it. I'll show you here. Let's create a new link, and we'll call this one Inventory Details. Now, this is where it becomes really important to do a little bit of work ahead of time. And so what we're going to do is we're going to connect this to inventory. So we're going to scroll down the list here or to our items. There we go. We're going to connect it to items. Now, the question is what view inside of items do we want to pass our data from the quote into? And you can see I have quite a few views in items. So let's look at that real quick and then we'll continue. So we don't lose what we have. We're going to go back into the web client, but we're going to do this on another tab. This way we can be doing a couple of things at once here. And so what we want to do is let's go into items. Here we go. And let's look at those views. Now, what I mean by views, we're talking about these right here, these saved views. And here's that list we were just looking at. So when you're setting up a linked view, you select the area, in this case here, items, and then you need to tell the system what view are we going to pass our data off to. And so it makes sense to know ahead of time what view you want to use so you don't have to keep coming back and changing your linked list to view. So this is where I can try some of these out. I might try something like, okay, well, let's look at this one. All items by item group, subgroup. Let me expand one of these, see what kind of data I'm getting. It shows me what do I have in stock, ordered, committed. But what it's not showing me is the warehouse. Now, I have a couple of options here. I can either click on the gear cog here, and I could add in those quantity fields and then update my view, or I could keep looking and see what else is available here. And here's one, all items with quantity details. So let's go ahead and select that. Now that looks pretty good. Here I'm seeing the warehouse, the inventory item. I'm seeing what's in stock, committed, ordered, and what the sales unit of measure is. That looks great to me. So this is called all items with quantity details. So back in setting up our view, that's what we want to select. All items with quantity details. Now, if we don't pass anything from the sales quotation screen into this report, then it's going to show us all items, and that's not what we want. So what we want to do is we want to say, take that item number, that item code, off our quote entry screen and pass that into our report as the item number. Now we've created a link from our sales quote screen to this report view in the items. So let's go ahead and let's save our view. And now let's go ahead and let's test it out. So we're going to jump back over here to manage items. Let's go into our main menu. Let's make sure that our list view saved. It did. And let's try it out. So we're going to go over to sales. And in here, we'll jump into quotes. Let's drill down into our last sales quote. All right, we'll navigate to the Contents tab. Let's select an item, and we should now see inventory details. Let's go ahead and select that report, and there it is. Now you see how it passed that item number over into our report, our view. And now I have, with one click, I have the ability to see all of the details of this item, all of the locations it might exist in, how many I have in that location and in what unit of measure. Because again, some items you might have in different units of measure in different warehouses. And so this is really important. But the thing to keep in mind is that this is a work in progress. Let's say that maybe you want to add some additional fields here, like a manufacturer part number, a mil spec part number, those kinds of things. You can continue to build this out by clicking on that cog icon. You can go ahead and add any additional fields, including user-defined fields. So for example, if you're in the electronics industry, things like voltages might be important. So a lot of opportunity here. Those row level views, I think, are a really neat way to extend the reach of Business One for the end user and really put the data they need right there at their fingertips. That's all I have for you. Thanks for watching.